Hey guys, Tiny Maths back with another video. Today we're learning how to multiply mixed numbers. We'll be looking at these two examples. In order to multiply mixed numbers, you should know the following three things. Firstly, how to write mixed numbers as improper fractions. Second, how to multiply fractions. And a third important point is how to use cross cancellation to reduce fractions before multiplying. I've made videos on these three subjects if you need a refresher. They are linked in the description and video links will be on screen at the end of this lesson. There are three steps to multiplying mixed numbers. In the first step, you convert the mixed numbers to improper fractions, and then in the second step, you multiply the fractions together, and in the third step, you convert the result back to a mixed number. Okay, let's work on these examples. In example 1, we have 1 1/4 times 1 2/3. For step 1, we convert these mixed numbers to improper fractions. So with 1 1/4, we take the numerator of the fraction 1 to the right hand side, then we multiply the whole number by the denominator of the fraction, that's 1 times 4, which equals 4, and add that to the right hand side numerator, that's 1 plus 4 equals 5. Finally, we bring the denominator to the right hand side, or a copy of it to the right hand side, where it continues to be a denominator. So now we have the improper fraction 5 over 4. Now we'll convert 1 2/3. Move the numerator 2 to the right hand side, multiply the whole number by the denominator of the fraction, that's 1 times 3, which equals 3, and add that to the right hand side numerator. So that's 2 plus 3 equals 5. Then we bring a copy of the denominator of the fraction to the right hand side. So now we've got the fraction 5 over 3. So 1 1/4 equals 5 over 4, and 1 2/3 equals 5 over 3. So multiplying the left hand side mixed numbers is the same as multiplying the right hand side fractions. So 1 1/4 times 1 2/3 equals 5 over 4 times 5 over 3. They are the same thing. In step 2, we multiply these improper fractions, and that's done by simply multiplying numerator by numerator and denominator by denominator. That gives us 5 times 5 over 4 times 3, which equals 25 over 12. This is an improper fraction, so we need to convert it back to a mixed number, and that's step 3. We do this by viewing it as a simple division problem. 12 goes into 25 2 times with a remainder of 1. So 2 is our new whole number, and 1 is the numerator of our new fraction with 12 as the denominator. Therefore, 1 1/4 times 1 2/3 equals 25 over 12, which, when converted back to a mixed number, equals 2 1/12. Now let's look at example 2, which is 8 1/3 times 3 1/10. Now this example might look a bit more difficult, but it's not that hard. We convert these mixed numbers to improper fractions. So with 8 1/3, we take the numerator of the fraction 1 to the right hand side, then we multiply the whole number by the denominator of the fraction, and that's 8 times 3, which equals 24, and we add that to the right hand side numerator, that's 1 plus 24, which equals 25. Finally, we copy the denominator of the fraction to the right hand side, so now we have the improper fraction 25 over 3. Now we'll convert 3 1/10. Move the numerator 1 to the right hand side, multiply the whole number by the denominator of the fraction, and that's 3 times 10, which equals 30, and add that to the right hand side numerator, that's 1 plus 30, which equals 31. Then copy the denominator of the fraction to the right hand side, so we've got the fraction 31 over 10. So 8 1/3 equals 25 over 3, and 3 1/10 equals 31 over 10. Again, multiplying the left-hand side mixed numbers is the same as multiplying the right-hand side fractions. So 8 1/3 times 3 1/10 is the same as 25 over 3 times 31 over 10. Now for step 2, we need to multiply these fractions. But notice that our numbers, especially the numerators, are quite large. Multiplying numerator by numerator directly is a bit difficult here. But you can make this a little easier by simplifying the fractions using cross cancellation before you multiply them. We can do this by checking if the right-hand side numerator and the left-hand side denominator share factors, and if they do, we divide both by the highest common factor, and we can check the opposite. In other words, if the left-hand side numerator and the right-hand side denominator share any factors, and if they do, divide both by the highest common factor. The right-hand side numerator and left-hand side denominator are both prime numbers, and they are different to each other, so they certainly share no factors. On the other hand, the left-hand side numerator and the right-hand side denominator are 25 and 10. They share only one factor, and that's 5, which is obviously the highest common factor, so we can divide both by 5. So the left-hand numerator becomes 5, and the right-hand side denominator becomes 2. Now we have the multiplication 5 over 3 times 31 over 2, which is much easier to multiply, so we get 5 times 31 over 3 times 2, and that equals 155 over 6. For step 3, we now convert back to a mixed number using division. 6 goes into 15 2 times. 2 times 6 equals 12, and we subtract 12 from 15, that leaves 3, and we carry down the 5. 6 goes into 35 5 times, leaving a remainder of 5. So 6 goes in to 155 25 times, as you can see on the top, with a remainder of 5. Therefore, 155 over 6 equals 25 and 5/6. And there's our answer. 8 1/3 times 3 1/10 equals 25 and 5/6. Why don't you write your own mixed numbers and see if you can multiply them together? Following these basic steps, you should be able to manage on your own. Remember, to multiply mixed numbers, it just takes 3 steps. Convert the mixed numbers to improper fractions, that's your first step. The second step is to multiply the fractions together, remembering to use cancellation, cross cancellation if needed. And the third step is to convert the result back to a mixed number. Well, that's it for now. In the next video, we'll be looking at division of mixed numbers. So keep a lookout for that video. Well, until the next video, take care.